I finished the biggest project of my career on a Wednesday evening. Thursday morning, I was terminated. I promised to tell you guys a story about my termination, so here is the story.
Have you ever imagined waking up one day, checking your email, and finding out you no longer have a job? For many people, this isn't just a fear, it's the reality. And today, we're talking about being fired, being broke, and having to start over from scratch. So I put together a few clips, and at the end, I'll be back to give my thoughts and opinions. But before that, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss an upload.
I was asked to come in person, which is honestly nothing unusual. I felt very energized and honestly proud of myself for finally finishing the project. I genuinely thought we're gonna go over this project one final time to do some final changes. My manager comes in with this lady I've never seen before. I thought maybe it's a new partner, a new client. Wow, how exciting. Turns out it was our new HR. What a lovely way to meet your new HR. Basically, they jumped straight into it. They kept it very minimal, very sterile, and they told me, as of today, we decided to terminate your employment without any cause. This is strictly a business decision. I did not see this coming. I think my brain stopped working immediately because it was my first time experiencing something like that. The HR gave me two documents. The first one was my legal entitlement. In Canada, they can terminate your employment without any reason. In this case, under Ontario's Employment Service Act or something like that, you are entitled to 1 week of pay for every year you worked for this company, up to 8 years. I was actually about to have my 4-year anniversary, but I was terminated right before that. I got 3 weeks of pay. And the second document was a separation agreement. Basically, when a company is asking you to give up some of your rights in exchange for X amount of dollars. Some clauses are pretty standard, like for example, you are not allowed to sue the company, but the rest, I would say, depends on your personal case. You typically have a limited amount of time to sign this document. I was given 5 business days. Please, never sign anything in that room. Talk to a lawyer, talk to your friends, sleep on this. I personally did not sign my separation agreement. And then I gave my work phone and my work laptop back, and that was it. I walked home. It was 11 a.m. The amount of times I was looking back and trying to catch some maybe early signs is intimidating. I did not find any. Oh, actually I did find some. The first thing I did when I got home is I recorded a video message for my future self, and I also journaled just to capture my emotions and feelings in that moment. If that's something you're interested in, just let me know because I'm very open to share it.
I'm Katam, I'm 25, and I got laid off this past summer. Getting laid off from my job was the best thing to ever happen to me, even though in the moment it did not feel like that. Remember, at first I was like, why did this happen to me? What am I gonna do now? Am I ever gonna find like a remote job like that again? The company's finances started to deteriorate and a lot of stuff happened, and it created such a tense environment in the workplace where everyone was in survival mode, and I would show up to work every day just feeling anxious and started to dread my job. Even before I got laid off, for months I started to feel like I needed to leave the job soon. I actually gave myself a 6-month deadline until when I was gonna quit, and I gave myself 6 months to figure it out, and I think the 6-month deadline fell in September and I got laid off during the summer. So I did get severance, I sold my car, and I went to go travel the world. This was probably the best decision I could make because I'm a real firm believer in your connections and networking are everything. Job was my identity for a while, so I felt like a piece of my identity got stolen when I got laid off because I'm like, I no longer have the job, like I no longer have this credential. It made me realize, like, even if you're not where you want to be in life in an exact moment, it doesn't take away from everything you've already done. There's also a huge problem with the job market right now where a lot of people are using AI systems to filter out resumes, and it's not really fair to the people who are applying to jobs because we're getting denied from a system and not even a real human. So that's why there's been like a lack of people getting interviews and getting jobs as much as there was like 2 years ago. Connections I've made, the way I've grown my personal brand in Miami, the way I have future plans to grow it in other countries, like the things that I'm doing are things that are directly like Katam. I'm very proud of myself, and sometimes the universe gives you that little extra push that you needed.
I'm almost 40, I just got laid off my job, and apparently this is the moment I've decided to start posting on social media again. Believe me, this was not in my plans for 2026. But even before I was laid off, I was already feeling like that sort of midlife, what's next? What am I really building about meaning in this life? And I found a lot of comfort recently, actually, in other people posting online about their layoff journeys, how it's going, kind of reinventing themselves around midlife. It's kind of really been helping me get through this and open my mind and realizing that it's not all bad. You can also take this time to explore other opportunities, explore what you really want. At the same time, I'm also very nervous for what comes next, but I just like the idea of kind of sharing it. I used to post on social media all really about travel. I really loved it, but I was really looking for a place to settle down. And I did that in a small town here in southern Mexico. So instead of like chasing the next place that I'm going and adventure I'm having, I started concentrating more on building community, friendships, relationships, career, and just really enjoying living in one place. I'm just going to be posting what the journey is like and searching for a new job, and also exploring maybe starting a business again or something more on my own, or going back into corporate. If you're someone that's going through any of these journeys, feel free to follow along and kind of see what happens next. I'm just going to be sharing how this process and journey is going for me, looking for new jobs and also just navigating new opportunities in life and how unemployment.
So this is very new to me, and it's also a shock. I'm a huge believer of when one door closes, another one opens. The universe always has my back, and this is like telling me to focus on what I'm more passionate about, and it's definitely the side gigs I've been doing. One of them is obviously Christina's honey case, which I've been loving, and I've been working with her for the last 4 months. I picked up a new client last week. I'm gonna be posting her work starting next week. This does not turn me off with content creation. It's more of a redirection for me to focus on the content I'm more passionate about, which is food, beauty, makeup, skincare. Like, this is sort of industry I'm more into. So what this means, guys, I am now more available. If anyone wants to work with me doing content creation, you're looking for a content creator, like freelancing, please reach out to me. I am more than available right now. So yeah, follow along to see where this goes for me. You know, there's people who was like, oh my god, I got laid off my job, now I'm gonna try content creation full time. Yeah, this is where I'm at. I'm gonna be that person.
So hi guys. So yes, I'm crying. I'm upset. I'm a mess. So I just had a conversation with my manager, and then she said that I have to go back 3 times a week. How? It's like I got this job. I'm gonna sell the company right now since I don't want to work there anymore. So I've been working with Northrop Grumman since December. Okay, so I did an interview on a Friday, and then I got hired on a Monday. So which means that I'm good. I'm good. I know what I'm doing. I what I bring to the table. Then my son got sick in January, okay? And then I had to spend like a week with him in the office. He got sick in February of this. And then I had to stay out. I got PTO. I used my PTO. But then now, yeah, so anyways. So I'm so pissed off because she said, that's a business decision, blah, blah, blah. We understand. But come on, like a huge company like Northrop Grumman, like, why? I've been asking to work remotely. I'm not saying I'm not going to do my job. I've been like doing my job. Like my husband's been here taking care of my son for the past couple weeks when I got back. And then I've been like working like crazy, okay? The girl that's supposed to teach me to do stuff, she sucked, okay? Since day one, she didn't engage with me. Sorry, guys. She didn't engage with me. Você tá pronto? She did not engage with me. She didn't want nothing to do with me, okay? Every time I would ask her, do you need anything? Do you need, like, like, what do you want to do? Like, you want to train me? She did not train me at all. I never been, like, in such a bad position with training. So, like, in this huge company, okay? The company has over 90,000 employees, okay? Together, you need to be good, okay? I'm good. I speak 3 languages. I had my master's in public administration and got my undergrad. I'm smart. I know I'm smart. And they don't have and they cannot, like, be flexible. No, we gotta be here 3 times a week. What? I have to be here. I cannot leave my son. I leave my son for other people to be here and watch him. Okay? They, of course, they helping me. They're here with me. Like, I don't need to be with him like this 24/7. I can do my job. But I'm so pissed off. It's not like I'm crying just because I need the money right now. Well, we have a bunch of bills coming up. I need the money. But I also I'm not going to just go back to work and leave him here in this condition. It's like my sons, I do everything for them. I don't care. I do everything for them. And 1 second. Yeah, so it's just it's everything I worked for the government for 4 years, working remotely, getting all my deadlines done, being a great, worker, a great teamwork. And then that's crazy. No? That's crazy. So I'm just venting here because TikTok is just so. If you ever go through a position that you have to choose between your job and your family, choose your family, okay? Don't try like me. Don't be like me. Don't be like me trying to do both things, and because they don't care. They don't care about you. They don't. Can you imagine a company huge like that cannot be flexible? Just because in my contract, say, hybrid, you need to be here 3 times a week. If I said I can't because I'm going through a lot, okay, so you have to be here 3 times a week, or, they just put the decision in my hands. Boom. Okay. The decision is I don't work for you anymore. You can kick rocks. There was the worst onboarding experience that I've had in my entire life, and I've been working for international organizations, for huge organizations, and never had such a bad experience with onboarding. So just a little tip right here: if you're gonna apply for an recruitment, don't, because they're not gonna understand. That's her, bitch. They're not gonna understand you if you get sick. They're gonna put in your hands and you have to decide. So now I'm unemployed again. With a sick kid. Você quer provar? O quê? Qual que você quer provar? A perinha? Hã? O sorvete? And that's it. So I'm really upset, and not just because they are being unfair to me, that they're listening to someone that didn't even care to teach me or engage with me when I was there. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. I'm just waiting for my husband to get here so I can go to the gym to release some stress.
Losing a job can feel like losing a part of your identity. One day you have a routine, you wake up, you go to work, and plan for the future. The next day, everything changes. Many workers spend years giving their time and energy to a company. They arrive early, work late, and do their best. But when businesses get tough, layoffs happen. Sometimes there's no warning. Sometimes it comes in an email. And just like that, a paycheck disappears. The hardest part is that bills don't stop. Rent still needs to be paid, food still needs to be bought, children still need support. Many people who lose their jobs immediately realize how expensive life really is. Some people can have emergency savings, but many don't. This is why losing a job can be so stressful. What makes it even worse is the current job market. Many people are applying for hundreds of jobs and hearing nothing back. Some are qualified, some have years of experience, and yet it's still hard to get a single interview. Imagine sending application after application and getting rejected over and over again. That can destroy a person's confidence. people start asking themselves questions like, am I good enough? Did I do something wrong? Will I ever find another job? But the truth is, being laid off doesn't mean you failed. Sometimes companies are making decisions based on profits, budgets, or changing business needs. Many talented people are losing their jobs right now. The good news is, being forced to start over can sometimes lead to something better. Many successful people have stories about losing jobs before finding some new opportunities. Some started new businesses, some changed careers, some learned new skills. Some found jobs that paid more than their old ones. Starting over is scary, but it's also a chance to build something new. If you're currently struggling after losing a job, remember this: your job isn't your value. A company can replace a position, but it can't replace who you are as a person. Keep learning, keep improving your skills, keep applying, keep moving forward even when progress feels slow. Success rarely happens overnight. Many people who seem successful today went through seasons of rejection, failure, and uncertainty. The difference is, they didn't give up. And if you're lucky enough to still have a job, you need to remember something important. Build savings while you can. Learn new skills. Create multiple streams of income if possible, because in today's world, job security is not always guaranteed. At the end of the day, being fired is painful. Being broke is stressful. Starting over is difficult, but it's not the end of the story. Sometimes, it's the beginning of a new chapter. And while that chapter may start with fear and uncertainty, it can also end with growth, opportunity, and a stronger future. Have you been laid off or had to start over in life? Share your experience down in the comment section below. And while you're down there, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.